Welcome back to another reaction video, and it's been an awful long time since we've had any Lorna Shore on the channel. That drought ends today. They have a brand new song out called Glenwood, and I'm excited and a little anxious. It's always a intense listen, and I expect no less from this. So let's get stuck into it, shall we? Lorna Shore, Glenwood, official video. Let's see what you got. Apologies, I realized I was muted there. Let's go back and start it one more time to get the full effect.
Can we go back?
Oh, God, I should know better by now. They're incredibly proficient and very talented storytellers. And that's the thing that I think is often missed by people who close themselves off to stories because of the packaging they're wrapped in. And you don't always have to scream and shout to show anger, and you don't always have to cry to show sadness and pain. It's the intensity of any kind of emotion or outlet that usually portrays how you feel. And so they can tell quite delicate and emotional and tough stories, even the parts of them that aren't filled with rage, aren't filled with anger, and they can do it through an incredibly aggressive medium. You add to that the fact that they are very talented musicians. You know, the ability to keep those blast beats or gravity beats up. Sometimes you'll see drummers switch from the hi-hat. I'm a lefty, so hi-hat and snare down to the right, and the snare is often to give their arms a break. It's not so much to show off, but even within that, you can opt into a much more simple version in your brain. You can shut off some of the intensity and listen to it as a 4/4 if you really wanted to. A strictly less intense 4/4 is what I mean. And they're very I haven't kept as up to date with a lot of their music because there's so much music out there, and I take requests. I'd love you to join and get your request in every Friday, 1 p.m. Arizona time. But from what I've seen, I wouldn't be surprised if it takes them an awful long time to package these ideas and songs together, because it is heavily saturated with thought and with feeling. One thing I will say is some of the rolls on the toms, I'm hearing like a much bigger echo to that, whereas you expect drums in this genre to be more triggered and more clicky. It's just an interesting thing. I'm not sure if it was just a certain kind of take on maybe new recordings, new album, new producer. Who knows? Let me know. This is probably going to be one of the last stops that I have, but just real quick, they do, not to break the story, and it's hard because that's the point of this channel, to speak about music, to educate, to learn a bit more together. So keep that in mind when you listen to this. There is a melodic through line of that beginning. It's like 3 to 5 notes of, it's almost like lead work that will persist throughout the entirety of the song. It'll highlight the moments where space is created, even though it isn't technically space. It's just not as full. It's the perception of silence, not really silence itself. And then it's hidden further back in some of the more full bits. And I think it's really smart, and it shows a lot of depth of writing when you can keep that going without it becoming too monotonous and without it becoming overwhelming. Key change. Man. God. They know how to get your feelings, huh? 10 years of smart living. Only living 20 minutes away. They didn't speak until after completing. Wow.
This song is more about like just feeling like real and just being human. And I think there's a part of everybody when they like go through hard things and it's just easier to just turn away and just pretend that it's not happening. And you're like, okay, well, I don't like that, so fuck that. I'm not going to deal with it anymore. And I think a part of me was that I wanted to come back here and make sure that no matter what, I didn't have regrets at any point in my life. I'm not like shit, you know, I wish that I could have gotten closer to you again. Because in a way, I think we're very similar. And I think that's why we fought a lot also growing up, is because we're very similar. Because I'm very stubborn.
Well,
and I know for a fact.
You may forgot, but I was here. I raised you.
Yeah. And you were stubborn as hell.
Never.
Oh, really? That's crazy. Yeah.
That's
spoken like a
impossible.
true stubborn person. Yeah.
Never
So you're
happened.
stubborn.
It's just that I was right. I was your dad.
Okay.
That's the problem.
All right. And you know what, Dad? You kind of old now. So I'm over here and I'm
Who's
like,
old?
yeah. I'm like,
You crazy?
in my mind, I'm like, holy shit! We need to make it right, because if I don't, I'm gonna regret this for the rest of my life. So I came back and I knocked on that door
And here we are.
and here we are. Austin, he called me like the moment I left here.
Yeah.
And I just cried on the phone. I was just like, I just spoke to my dad, man. Like, I'm crying right now. I was like, I just called my dad. I haven't spoken to my dad in so long.
Big baby, just like when you were a kid. It's okay though. There's nothing to worry about.
Oh,
It's okay.
it was one of the most important moments of my life, I think. Thank you for being a part of this video.
Absolutely. It's
I
my-
love you.
I love you. It's my pleasure.
We did it.
We did it.
Easy
Very
peasy
good.
lemon squeezy, Dad. I knew we could do it.
Okay, we did it.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Jeez. You know, I think one of the reasons they're so good at this is because it is personal to them. It is something that they've either suffered through, endured, witnessed, felt on a very deep level. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and tell you what to do with your life. I'm very, very lucky. I have two incredible parents, one of which is no longer with us. And the only regrets that I have is that I wanted more time with my father. I know not everybody is as lucky, and possibly a lovely lesson to us all that there are always second chances. You are sometimes in your own way, and on reflection, things may not have always been how you perceived them to be. And that alone makes them and music as a vessel one of the most important emotional tools that we have. And I'm very grateful that they did that. There will be more. Catch you soon. Peace.